Alrighty. So today, again, my name is Becky with Scott Leroy Marketing. Today we are going to be covering what Scott Leroy Marketing can do for you. So if you are here with me live, please go ahead and drop your questions in the chat as you have them. And I will do my best to get those answered in real time for you. If I don't have time, if it's in the middle of a sentence and I don't have time at that moment, then I will try to answer all the questions by the end. And if you are watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us by email at support@scottleroymarketing.com. I am going to go ahead and drop some links in the chat over here. So first one is going to be our support email. And then also dropping our YouTube channel link in there so you all have easy to access to that. So today's class will be posted in about 24 hours on our YouTube channel. And you can always access any previous class archives and tip videos there at any time. So today we are going to cover how we help with onboarding and things you can reach out to us with to get assistance with after onboarding. So we are going to start on the Scott Leroy website. If you are not familiar with the Scott Leroy website, it is just scottleroymarketing.com. And once you are on this website, you will be required to log in. So as you can see, mine is showing log out. That just means I am already signed in under a market center. So you will be able to click login here and enter your market center number, and that will allow you to access all of our available services. Let me admit one more person, sorry. So we are primarily going to be hanging out under this Agent Resources tab today. And let's see here. First thing we want to take a look at is these questionnaires. So I'm going to open this in a new tab really quickly. And as you can see, when we open one of these questionnaires, we have recently revamped our onboarding. So when you go to the questionnaire, it is going to give you the option to go through and pick what option best fits you. So in order to help you understand where you fall into these, we are going to go ahead and cover our old categories just so you kind of know what you're looking at. So I'm going to go back over here and we're just going to go through these one by one. So when you hover over the questionnaires, these individual ones are what we used to send you. So if we were to send you an agent or an expansion questionnaire, it's now just going to send you that same link we were just on with all of the same options. So going through these is just going to help you understand as you're answering the questions in, let's see here, someone saying they're having issues hearing me. Can anyone else hear me? Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. Um, okay. So we are going to just go through the different categories. So the first one is a new agent. So a new agent doesn't necessarily mean that you are a brand new licensed agent. It just means that you are new to Keller Williams. So you could be a newly licensed agent and just passed your test, or you could just be joining KW for the first time and have been in the business for a while. Sorry, I have to admit someone, and when I do that, then it makes me close out that drop down. Okay. So the next is an admin questionnaire. So an admin questionnaire would be someone that is joining a team or group of agents. Generally, this would fall under a non-licensed associate. So generally, you would be doing some sort of support for a team, whether that is transaction coordination, marketing, or something like that. So then next we have a capper. And a capper questionnaire is generally someone coming from another brokerage And you have already done quite a few deals. You have quite a bit of production under your belt already. This just allows us to know that you most likely have transactions going on, and your setup needs to be speedy and accurate just because we don't want to cause any lapse in your business whatsoever. So as a capper, you've done quite a few transactions and you're most likely coming from another brokerage. So then we have expansion, and expansion means you are in more than one Keller Williams office. So you could be in a state where you are very nearby to another state, like you're at a state border, and you decide to get a license in both states. It could also mean that maybe you travel a lot and you have a license in two different states. Like, say, for example, you have a license in California and one in Florida, and you're going to have your license in two different Keller Williams offices. So that would be expansion. There are also expansion teams, and that would fall under the same bucket. So then we have a hidden agent setup. So a hidden agent setup is most likely going to be for someone who is already in production with another brokerage, and you're transferring to Keller Williams, but maybe you haven't fully made that transition yet. You haven't announced that you're leaving yet. You just want to go ahead and get everything set up and running so that when you are able to transition, everything is smooth. So this will allow us to hide your this allows us to hide your public profiles. And sometimes, again, we see this when an agent is transferring and still has a few deals that they're closing at their previous brokerage. They just want to go ahead and get everything set up. So market center staff, someone is saying all they see is our logo. Can everyone see my screen? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Just want to make sure it's working for people. So a market center staff is pretty self-explanatory. It's just going to be your market center's leadership team. So an MCA, a director of first impressions, anything like that. So a returning agent, this would be when you were a KW agent in the past and you left, whether you left a month ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, however long you've been, it just means that the system will recognize you when you rejoin. And so you're just coming back to Keller Williams. So then we have team. And for the team, it could be an admin, but most likely when you're saying that, it's going to be you're a licensed agent joining the team, whether you are a listing agent or a buyer's agent or anything like that. And then we have a tech refresh. So the tech refresh is for any KW agent that has been with KW for any length of time. Sorry, I have to let more people in. Again, you've been with KW for any length of time. This just allows us to go in and audit your KW systems and see if there's maybe any tech that we are providing to new agents that you didn't have when you joined KW. For example, now we are setting up Canva and TidyCal and things like that. And if you joined a few years ago, those weren't services that we offered. So you can do a tech refresh and we will go through all of your systems to make sure everything is set up and you're taking full advantage of everything that we offer. Transfer agent, so this is going to be from one KW office to another. So if you're moving across the country or you're moving from one state to another, or if you've simply just moved offices in your area, then you would just fall under a transfer agent. So any of those questionnaires are going to bring you to the same page. We just want to help you identify where you fall in these options as you answer it. Again, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we would be happy to answer any questions you might have. So once you fill out your questionnaire, every office is a little bit different with how the agent gets that questionnaire and submits it. Some offices do it for you, some will go through it with you, or some offices just have you fill it out on your own. But once that questionnaire is submitted and we have completed our part of your setup, you will get an email that looks pretty similar to this one that we're looking at here. So it's going to say Keller Cloud Setup Complete, and it should have your name and your market center number. We like to recommend that you save this, star it, just have it handy in case you ever need to refer back to it. So when you scroll down, it's going to say, welcome aboard to Keller Williams. To access your logins, please click here and enter your MC number. And then it'll have your MC number. And we are very adamant about adding your market center number in as many places as we can, just because you will use that a lot when you're accessing our platforms for your setup and things like that. If you scroll down a little bit more, you should have a few attachments. So you will have 2 QR codes and a just joined forces photo that will look something like this. So if yours doesn't have a photo, most likely you did not submit a photo on your questionnaire. If you would like to have a photo added to yours, you can always reply to this setup email with that photo, and we can get that updated as well as add it to your KW profiles. So this is for you to use. It is for you to share to your social media platform, share with your friends. However you would like to do that, it's just to help get the word out that you are a new agent. Now these other 2 are QR codes over here. One is going to be for your website. Your website will be branded just for you. And then the other is for your KW branded app, again, branded to you with your information. And any client, friend, family, anyone that is using this QR code and being redirected to your platforms, you are going to be notified in your command when they create an account, and you're going to be notified of any different activities that they are performing under those accounts. So those are great to save and use for different marketing. If you're creating open house flyers or any type of marketing that you're sending out, these are great to use because they are a great way to try and capture those leads. Now we are going to go ahead and click on this link. I'm going to open it in another tab. And we are going to enter our market center number. So once you enter your market center number, we are brought to our setup. First thing I want to cover is up here in this. Mine is like light gray. Some people it looks like blue. It depends on your screen settings, but sometimes it looks almost blue up here. But I just want to cover this because we do get a lot of questions about it. A lot of people are like, oh, what's my KWU name? What's my 16-digit code? So these 2 items up top are for our internal purposes for when we are creating your setup. So you won't need these for any reason. You can just ignore them and scroll down a bit. So you have a video here. This is going to go over a lot of the same information that we are covering today. However, you can feel free to check that out at any time. And if we scroll down a little bit, it's just going to say, these are your logins. And we strongly recommend that you keep this email message for a minimum of 90 days. Personally, I would recommend keeping it for the entire time you're with KW. You never know when you might need something from this, and we will kind of touch on that a little bit later, and I'll point something out specifically. Another thing you're going to want to pay attention to is these notes from your onboarding team. Every once in a while, we do encounter some type of issue when we're doing setup. Maybe something in command is being worked on and we weren't able to set something up fully. So these notes are going to let you know if something like that happened. It's also going to provide any additional details on anything that maybe we weren't able to do. Or you could just get a simple one like this that says, please reply to this email with your professional biography and picture. You can, of course, reply and send those to us, and we can get that updated in your platforms. So moving down a little bit, we have your KW logins. So these are your KW username and password. They are for most of your Keller Williams systems. However, it is going to say, that it is for command, the command app, KW Connect, and Keller Home Loans, things like that. Most likely, if you are logging in to a KW platform, those are going to be the logins that you use. Your username is not case sensitive, so you do not have to worry about capital letters in your username. Your password, on the other hand, is case sensitive. And as a note, if you double click on it, you want to make sure that it's not putting a space before or after when you copy and paste, and also make sure it's grabbing any punctuation on the end. You want to make sure you're getting every piece of information because obviously it is a password. And if it has spaces in there at the beginning or the end, it is going to say it is an invalid password. So just make sure you're paying close attention to that. Moving over to your Google Workspace, this is going to be your Keller Williams email login. It is going to give you access to all of the other Google suites as well, like Google Sheets, Google Docs, and things like that. You are going to log in just like you would with any other Gmail account. Whether you do that from gmail.com or the Gmail app, you can do it with these logins. If you requested email forwarding, we are going to let you know right here if we were able to get that set up. And then there's just some other things about your verifications and other trainings and stuff that you can check out here. So we are moving down a little bit. Let's see here. Said your password isn't working, you can reach out to us. We would be happy to help reset your password for you. We can also send over instructions on how to reset your password if you would prefer. See that question in the chat. Let's see here. So then we're going to get your KW branded website. So this is what we talked about briefly when we talked about your KW website earlier with the welcome email and the QR code. If you go to this, it should have all of your information on it. So it will have your name, your photo, and all that kind of good stuff. If people are signing in with that, it's just going to come to you. Let me see if I can. Here. Nope, doesn't want to do that. Let's not do that. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can show you what it looks like over here. There. So it'll have, if you scroll down a bit, it will have your name and your photo. If people are signing in over here, it is going to come to you. One thing while I am talking about that, you do not have a login for the physical website or the app. So if you are interested in signing in, you are just going to create an account like any client would. So you don't already have those set up. So moving down, you have your kw.com profile. Now, your kw.com profile is the profile that allows you to be found on the generic KW website. And so that is when people are coming to find an agent and they are searching for you. So you would, it'll show you that. For some reason, it's not letting me click the link, so I'll just copy and paste. So it'll show you a little bit more. That's the profile. It's still loading, but you get the idea. So then moving down, you have your KW email. Again, just your KW email. This is what's going to be used when you're sending an email through command. So if you send an email through command, the reply tos are going to automatically come to this email over here. And then we have your KW consumer app, again, branded directly to you, and you are notified of those interactions. Then you have Keller Home Loans and Keller Covered logins down here. You will find Twilio. However, this is not a platform that we usually set up for you. The reason for that is it does require you to select a specific subscription and also enter your payment information. However, we have put in here that this information just so you can easily access that, because we find that a lot of agents do frequently use this because it allows you to mass text your database in command. Whether that's just one-off text messages or smart plans, you can link your Twilio there. So moving down, you are going to have DocuSign. Some offices use DocuSign, some use Dotloop, some will have both. However, the majority of offices that we do setups for do use DocuSign, and so that is just going to be our preferred setup. So it'll have your username, password, and some information for logging in. DocuSign is going to be how you send and receive documents for signatures and just to complete documents. So this right here is one of the super important reasons that I would say to keep this as long as you are with Keller Williams. We occasionally have agents reach out to us years after their setup because they're trying to reset their password and they don't remember their security code. We are required to set up a security question when we set up your account, and so we do include those on your setups. So this is going to be specific to you, so you would need the specific question and answer. I am not really going to cover HomeKeeper. I believe this is slowly being phased out because they've made their subscription, they've changed it a little bit with their subscriptions, so we don't usually set this up anymore. So then we have our additional logins. So these are going to be a lot of those third-party platforms that we set up for agents. So TidyCal, it's going to be similar to Calendly, which a lot of people are probably familiar with. It allows you to have appointments set up through this link. We will set up an account for you and you'll have your logins here as well as a shareable link. We start with setting up just a link for a 30-minute meeting and that you can start using right away. You can also set up other times. Then you will have Blink. So Blink is a digital business card. Now, your KW Command app does come with a digital business card. However, it is not very customizable. Doesn't add a photo or anything like that. So we create a digital business card for you because it allows for more customization. It also allows you to share that directly with your QR code, and it'll also add you directly as a contact. If you share that QR code, it'll directly add you as a contact to their phone. We do set up Zoom as well, so that allows you to access things like the training today, for example. I do want to mention that all of these third-party platforms are just free platforms. We are not paying for accounts for you. So these are just going to be the basic accounts. If you already have a Zoom that you pay for or a Canva or something like that, definitely keep utilizing those. You are not required to use the ones that we set up for you. Canva, again, just a free basic account. It'll allow you to access templates. We create a lot of our templates through Canva, so it will allow you to easily sign in and start using those through our website. We will cover a little bit more on the templates in a bit. Now down below, we have some helpful resources and just some helpful links for you. Next steps. Again, this class today is all about how we can assist you, not just during our onboarding process, but well beyond through your years at KW. So these are some things that you can do right away that can help you get started. So you can start with sending us your database with your contacts. So you've got to start generating your business. And most likely the best way to do that is through the people that you already know. So getting your contacts from your phone or another platform and getting those added to command so you can start reaching out to people is important. Announcing that you've joined Keller Williams. Also super important, it's kind of hard to find business if you are what we like to call a secret agent. You've got to let people know that you are an agent. So this will just go over how you can do that and how you can share it, and it'll give you just a little tutorial. We do have some 30-day jump start challenges. We're going to cover those when we go back over to the SLM website. We also have tips for your biography. We're going to cover that on the website as well. And then training videos. Again, we have more support numbers and emails. These are super handy to keep in case you ever need to reach out to these companies for assistance. So we just drop them here so that you have those readily accessible. So then we are going to navigate back to the Scott Leroy Marketing website. And as I was saying before, we are going to primarily be hanging out under this Agent Resources tab today. Excuse me. Sorry. So the next one is the new KW Agent website. So if you've been with KW for a while, KW upgraded every KW agent's website to a new website about a year ago now, maybe not that long. So with that, we wanted to make sure you had all of the resources at your fingertips to be able to customize and enhance your website. So this link is where you're going to be able to find all of that. So we have our YouTube playlist, which is going to go over all of the things that you can change on your website. Let's see here. We're going to skip over this part right here. We probably need to go ahead and just remove that because before they updated the websites, they had an option to do it, but now everyone has just been moved over to the new websites. So you are going to want to hang out with this information here. So this is going to go over how you can customize your website. You probably already upgraded, so you can, let's see, I think it's this one you can skip. But yeah, so you can just go down and there's some KW provided articles as well that are going to go over some additional things that you can do to your website. You can also check out our YouTube channel at any time. We are putting out tip videos and going over all the new updates in Command and the features all the time. So we are posting those all the time just to help you stay in the know and know what's going on with KW. So then our next tab is going to be live webinars. That is going to bring you into this class or any other class that we have throughout the week. That is going to bring you directly to the Zoom. If you go down to training, you can go to the training calendar and it will allow you to join the live link right here as well. If you need to access our recorded trainings, you can go to slmtraining.com or you can go to our YouTube page. You can vote for upcoming classes. So every other Friday, we allow you to tell us what class you would like to see. So if you'd like to vote on if you'd like to be on this Friday's class, you can come on here and vote which class you would like to see. Moving down, you will find the entire month in classes. And there's this handy little feature called Add to Google Calendar. If you click that, it will directly import this entire calendar over to your Gmail. So that makes it super easy to jump on classes or from anywhere really, just as long as you have access to your calendar. And then if you hover over those, it should click on it. It'll give you the link and information on it, all of that good stuff. So now if you scroll down a little bit, you can find a PDF printout of those classes and the schedule. So if you have an office or a computer desk and you'd like to have these printed out, you can come on here and just print these out. They're broken down by day of the week. And then on the right-hand side, it's going to have the date on there. So you can highlight those and then just save whatever you're wanting to jump onto. And then it also has an overview of all of the classes. So we're going to go back over here. And then we also have SLM challenges. So this is kind of another way for you to just get familiar with the Keller Williams systems and what we can do. So you can come on here and find the SLM getting started, and then command and jumpstart with SLM DocuSign. You can just find a bunch of 30-day challenges or jumpstart challenges. They'll just kind of give you different tasks to get you started with learning. So if you are a self-learner, you kind of like to do all these things on your own, definitely come and check these out. So you can print it out or you can directly add it to your smart plans in Command and it will give you daily tasks. So it kind of just gives you an idea of what's going on. Let's see if I can pull one up over here. Printer tool. So it just kind of gives you an idea of what it has over here and different activities and where you can find them and stuff. So it's very helpful for getting familiar with what's going on. So next, you have your Keller Cloud cheat sheets. Let me get it to load. So these are super helpful and a great training resource. If you are not sure how something works or what to do, you can come here and check these out. If you are looking for something specific, they are broken down into particular areas like landing pages, opportunities, DocuSign, things like that. Then below that, we have digital marketing tips. Cannot talk today. Sorry about that. Um, this is going to have a ton of video resources for you. So there are a ton of different topics in here, and you can skim through these and see if there's anything that appeals to you. We have videos for DocuSign and all different things and commands and sorts of stuff like that. We even have like Facebook business page and stuff like that. So we are all about making sure that you have all of the resources and trainings available at your fingertips so you can come and find all of these here. So next we have the recorded training classes. So there are a couple of ways that you can access this. You can, of course, come straight here. You can also go to our YouTube channel, and I'll show you that in just a second. But if you are looking for specific videos, you can just look here and it has all different kinds of categories. And so this is kind of a great way to navigate through this. It'll take you to a playlist that is specific to what you are looking for. So if we were to look at the website, just a note, if you are looking for a specific video, we recommend coming to the videos tab right here, just because it puts it in order from the newest videos, and KW is always changing, as are the services that we provide. And so we just want to make sure that you are finding the newest videos we have. So if you were to search for a video, let's say that one. So this one, it has the playlist. Oh, it's just showing all this. And then the first video it shows is from 6 months ago. And since things are always changing, we just recommend coming to the videos tab and finding the most recent version of that video. So next is agent support. See if I can get that to load. We are going to spend a little bit of time here. This is a great tab in our website. I love it because it shows you where you can find the majority of things that we can assist you with beyond onboarding. So if we take a look at this, we have it broken down into categories. So we have our top rated section. If you need a new biography, you can open this, submit the form, and we can help you get that updated. Let me pull this up real quick. Have your name and stuff like that. So if you need a new bio, you can have us write it for you as well. If you're not very good at that, not everyone has their different strengths. And so if you have a bio, that's great. You can drop it here. But if you would like a little bit of help with that, you can just select this. And then if you have a couple things you want to highlight about yourself, you can drop it here and we will make sure to work that in to your bio. Or if you just need help updating it, again, you can just drop it right here and we would be happy to update that for you. So the biography and the photo in your KW platforms, it's in multiple places. And unfortunately, right now, they don't all communicate with each other. So it's going to be updated in probably about 3 different places. So if you're not sure where to update that, or if you would just like us to do it for you, this would be a great way for us to be able to help with that. So then let's go back. Next is importing databases. Again, getting your contacts into command. So we're going to reformat those to submit if you submit it as an Excel or a CSV file, we can go ahead and reformat that for you so that they import correctly. If you need help updating database contact information, this is a smart plan. So if you are missing pieces of information for your contacts, it's a great way to send out and get those missing pieces of information. Next, we have our marketing support section. So we have a great monthly newsletter smart plan. We create a newsletter every month and you can come and request that through our website. You do have to request it every month. It is not ongoing because we do create a new one every month. And that is going to be specific to that month and what is going on. So if you just come here and fill this out, you can request that we add that smart plan to your command. We can also go ahead and set up all of your contacts on it if you would like, or just specific contacts with a specific tag. Or if you just want us to add it to your library so that you can send it yourself. Just fill this out, it'll come over to us and we can get started on it. So then templates, again, we're going to come back to this in a little bit. It's in a couple of different places on our website. And so I just want to cover that very last, and I'll show you all of the places that you can find that. Next, if you need API Nation setup, importing top producers, smart plan setups, spring cleaning, smart plans, things like that, you can just come here and request that. Again, all of these links are just going to direct you to a form so that we can collect all of the necessary information so that we can just go ahead and set it up for you. Let's see here. So smart plan setups will allow you to get all of the, I'm going to open that because I want to show you. It will allow you to get all of the KWRI provided smart plans added to your command. So you can pick the ones that you specifically would like, or you can select here if you want all 10 of them. Beyond that, we have getting started. So if you've completed your questionnaires, you have likely gotten most of this already done. For example, you will already have your command set up, DocuSign set up, things like that, most likely already done for you. However, if you need help with KWLS Open House, exporting contacts, KW Tech optimization, get a new headshot, things like that, we can help take care of that for you. Again, if you are looking to reset your password, you can also do that. I know someone asked about resetting passwords earlier in the chat, so you can also click right here on our website if you'd like. You can also just always email us, whatever works for you. Again, updating your biography, things like that. So then if you are looking to rebrand, so the first one is leaving a team. So most likely, if you are leaving a team, your profiles will need to be updated just to reflect that you are not on that team anymore, remove the team branding and information. So this will just allow us to go in and make sure all of that information is removed so that your website is not still showing that you're on a team. If you need help updating your Market Center logo, if you joined a team or switched teams, we can help with that as well. If you have new social media links, email setup, we're happy to help with all of those things. Some of them are super easy, like updating your phone number, updating your address, things like that. Let's see here. KW calendar. Every KW office has a KW calendar. It's through the intranet. Not all offices utilize that intranet calendar. But if they do, we can help connect that to your Gmail. Again, similar to that training calendar that we have, we can add it to where you can access all those trainings in one place. That way you're not going to 20 different platforms to find all of the different trainings that you need to be in. If you need help with email aliases, forwarding your email, things like that, you can fill those out and we'd be happy to help as well. Next, we have website support. So websites can be super tricky and not everybody is super comfortable with them. So if you're looking to make enhancements to your website and you are not sure how to do it yourself, you can come here and we have various things that we are happy to go in and do for you. For example, we have website enhancements that you can add all of our additional pages that we offer. I can show you what it looks like. That one just gives you really just information on it. And let's see here. So if there are specific pages that you want added, you can come in here. You can go through these one by one. If you need help adding your testimonials, let's see here. Let's say you have a different platform like Google or a different website and you want those testimonials moved over to your website, you can do that here. Just select that and we would be happy to update that for you. If you want a page that's like, hey, download my app, you can go here, domain forwarding, you have a custom domain, and you're looking to forward that to your KW site, you can fill out that form. More pages, so what's my home worth, featured listings setup, Google Analytics setup, and then there's a couple of blogs, so a homekeeper blog and then keeping current matters. There's Keller Mortgage landing page. And then you can add local school searches or mortgage calculators or even an open house sign-in sheet. If you do want an open house sign-in sheet, you will need to, you used to be able to create an open house sign-in sheet that was for any open house, not specific to any address. So with the new KW sites, they are specific to each listing. So you would need one for the open house specifically for that listing. So that's great because it allows the contact to fill that out and the address is on that contact's timeline. So you know exactly what open house they went to. If you need help with preferred vendors, adding a website slideshow, adding a testimonial form, or if you're in an area that has the NEO construction, you would have, this does require a subscription. Sorry, I really can't talk. So you would have that, you would have to have that subscription for us to be able to set that up. Scrolling down, we have the Build Your Business. Again, these are those third-party platforms that we set up. Maybe we didn't offer these when you joined and you don't want to have all of them, or you don't want to go through the entire tech audit just so you can have only a couple ones. So you can just request the ones that you are interested in. So if you want Canva or Zoom, or you just want the digital business card, you can come here and you can choose Canva, Zoom, or TidyCal. So this one form will allow you to select all three. The business is different. The business cards. Let me close out some extra tabs over here. The business card is different just because it requires a little more information, but you can request these three all in one form. So that makes it a little bit easier than having to fill out 3 different forms if you're just wanting all 3 of those. And then we have compliance updates. So if you are in a state that has specific compliance requirements, we most likely know that during your onboarding, so we can handle that. However, if there are changes or things like that, you can come here and request those. And then we have our leadership support. If you are a member of leadership, you can come here and just know that these resources are here for you. We are not going to jump into these today, but again, if you have questions on those, you can always reach out to our support team. So now I'm gonna, all right. So next we have templates. So we have free templates. Again, we talked about this a little bit, but generally all of our free templates are through Canva. So if you come down on this page and scroll, there's a couple of options. So we have social posts, flyers, postcards, email signatures. If you click on that email signatures, it is going to redirect us to Canva, and we are going to be able to view those different templates that we have. So I can find one that I like, just scroll through, and let's just pick this one. I can click use template for design. Again, it's just gonna redirect us to our Canva account. You are going to still have all of those templates in here, which is great. So if you wanted to use a different one, you like some different, you know, decide we like this one instead, you can use that, or we can go down to that one we were looking at, that one. And then you can just go ahead and start editing this and making it your own. You can add your own photo, things like that. And then you can just download it and update it in your email settings. Now, with that being said, we would always recommend that you check with your office to make sure you're being compliant with your local rules and guidelines. We don't have all of that information for your signatures, so they would probably be the best people to talk to would be your market center leadership, because they know that very well and they know what compliance you need to keep up with. So definitely get that checked out before you start using it. But this is where you can access all of those signatures. I'm going to go back to the free templates. And again, we also have listing social posts, listing flyers. It's going to be pretty much the same as that. So you can select one that you like on here or what you're looking for. So coming soon, just listed open house. We'll just click on the coming soon one. And then this is going to be pretty much exactly the same where you're just going to get all these different options, find the one that you like, use the template, that sort of thing. You can also use command. Command does have templates available, but if you prefer something different, you can always use these for sure. So then we are going to come back down here, and then we have Agent Concierge. So this is one of our newer services. We looked at it a little bit when we were under agent support. But you can also find this, well, by going to real estate marketing and agent concierge. So that'll bring you to the same place. If you come down, this is the marketing that we create for you. So this is not where you go in and find the template, start using or editing. This is where you come in, enter your information, and we make it for you. So if you're one of those people who wants to save time, or if you're just not a designer, you can choose this option. So once we hit start, it is going to ask if this is your first time creating or have you done this before. We're going to go ahead and click first time. We'll ask what is your market center. So again, we're entering that market center number, and you're going to have to use this a lot on our website. So just make sure you know that piece of information. So then it'll ask, are you submitting this form for yourself or on behalf of someone else? So you might be wondering, why would you be creating this for someone else? Maybe you're on a team, you're an admin and creating it for an agent on the team, or maybe the listing is yours and you're creating the open house piece for someone who is hosting the open house for you. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's for me today. So then it'll ask for your name, and we're just going to go ahead and put Scott in there. And then next. And would you prefer to choose from our most popular designs or choose from all of the available designs? I'm going to click all available just so y'all can see it. Oh, jumped ahead. You can choose if you're looking for a social post, a postcard, a flyer, or all of the above. And I'm going to click all of the above. And then now once we do that, it's going to bring us into finding these social post designs that we like. We can look through these. I know they're a little bit small, but just look through and pick one that you like. I'm just gonna, that one. And then it'll be the same thing with flyers. Hopefully that one. And then again with postcards, you can see that it has two different sides on there. So we'll go with that one. And then it'll ask for your property address. I'm just gonna, let's see here. And then it'll ask what is the status of your listing. So depending on what you pick here, your next page may be a little different. So if you're doing an open house, it's going to ask for the time and date. And if you're doing the others, it's going to just go straight to asking for the email address. I'm going to do that, date and time. So I'm going to say this weekend. So I'm going to say, we'll say Saturday. We'll just say January 11th at 1 to 3 p.m. And then it'll ask for a business email address. So we're just going to go. And then we'll go next. And we're going to enter. I'm just going to pull that from down here. And then if you have a headshot, you can add that here. If you have a logo, you can add that here. And then it's going to allow you to review and submit. So if something is wrong and you need to edit or anything, you can do that from here. You can even change the flyers that you picked. They're a little bit bigger here, so you can see a little bit better. Um, and then once you're done, you are just going to go ahead and click submit. I'm not going to submit this today. I don't want them to create it. But generally for this type of marketing or any of our other support items, oh, sorry, I just jumped right ahead of myself. So time-wise, it'll be probably 1 to 2 business days. So our goal is always to get it out sooner than 2 business days, but that's about the limit we set for ourselves. So keep that in mind if you are needing something. Say you're submitting an open house for Saturday and it's Friday afternoon, it probably won't be done in time. So just make sure you are getting those submitted early enough to get them created. So that is all of the stuff on our SLM platform. So that's about the end of our class. So we got done a little bit early, which is great because it gives us a few minutes left for questions. So I am going to stop recording. I'm going to stop sharing my screen as well. Let me stop recording real quick.